just like that, bam, we're live.
Freezing in here. Cold. Sevon salty because Dave reminded him of how old he is. I don't know what that means. Ken Walters, happy birthday, Sevon. There's no way this starts on time. Someone needs to frame that thumbnail. It was hard to believe Sevon just turned 57 until I saw his 20. I didn't turn 57. I'm 50. I'm 50. Yeah, I'm 53. Oh my God. I fucking murdered. I murdered that workout. I'm actually kind of, that workout was easy. Where's my, I'm trying to find the video of it. The comments are just straight douchebaggery. Where's the comments? Let me see if I can fucking kill this video. I'm gonna give myself, I'm gonna play it right now and give myself another fucking extra view. Holy fuck, it's cold. I think I put my I did fuck up one thing. I put my you had to put like a split time or something, and I thought the split I put 17 minutes because I thought that's like where I finished the wall walks. Look at my wall walks. I touch my nose to the wall every time. Someone's like, those are suspect. I was like, how about you go fuck yourself? Like my nose touched I touched the wall every fucking time. This is awesome. I can't stop laughing at the great sound effects. Thank you. Sevi, with the deadlift weights was the perfect visual representation of what's going on when Tyler tries to explain the Heat 1 app or P-score. I don't know what that means. Good job, good effort. Yeah, thank you, George Sterner. Thank you. I know I've killed that shit. Made you laugh. That's good. Best advice is join a CrossFit gym to get on track. Walk the talk. A good CF coach could help you in many ways. You are a fucking douche. Listen, I haven't done deadlifts like that in 5 years, and I'm at 99% better movement than half you fucking bitches. And my fucking cleans, I was surprised. And my fucking snatches. I can't believe I even was able to snatch 95 pounds. I was a beast. I love this this guy's a fucking idiot. Clean form looks great. Yep, thank you. What the fuck just happened there? Fair. 541 says it all. I don't know what that is. 0 proper wall walks was done all that day. What's wrong? Who said that? Oh, that's the guy. That guy never says anything nice. What's wrong with my wall walks? I had one little mishap here. I got off the I pulled like 900 on the rower the whole time. Snot rockets were flying. I'm so stuffy. But so I have 235 on here. I had 2 15s, 2 10s on each side and a 45. So I fucked that all up. I haven't deadlifted 230. I don't know when the last time I deadlifted 235. Look at me. I'm looking at it. I'm like, that didn't feel right. Something's up. Look at me. I still don't know. I don't think. Look at me doing math in my head. That's the Armenian dude doing math.
Fuck.
Oh, I did figure it out right there.
I think I have too much on. 2 15s, 2 10s. Fuck. I have too much on.
I had 235 on, and I was just trying to think. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, do I take it off or just deal with it? And I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking it off. I could use the rest. Doing the math in my head. Look, I move like a little old man. I hobble around in there. God, I move just like my dad. It's fucking hilarious. Bam.
45 and 45. Fuck.
All right.
How many was that? 2?
I don't even know what number I'm at now. I'm all discombobulated. Yeah, I got to give this a light. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, solid. That didn't even feel any lighter to me. I remember picking that up thinking, oh shit, that didn't feel lighter.
4.
And I just realized wall walks.
Forgot
God,
the wall walk.
son of a gun. Now, what's wrong with this wall walk? What's wrong with my wall walk? My nose is touching the ground there and my feet are up. Can someone tell me what's wrong with that? How did you not restart? Why the fuck would I restart? Give me one reason why I would restart. That makes no fucking sense. Give me one. That makes no sense. Hector, nothing wrong with the movement, everything wrong with the standards for the test. But that my wall walk's money. All I did was I thought to myself, by the way, those pegboards, none of those pegboards are flush with the wall. They all stick out to varying degrees. Like I don't have a pegboard that goes straight up. Each of those pegboards, it goes out 1 inch more so that when you're climbing those pegboards, it's even harder than a regular pegboard. You get that? So I don't know what the hell I don't know what the hell anyone's talking about. Yeah, I wouldn't row the 50 cals again either. Yeah, I was stoked. Dude, I can't even believe I rode 50 cals. I was like, I'm a beast. My confidence was skyrocketing when I got off the rower. Don't you just have to go? What is the standard? Tell me what, I need someone to tell me because there's someone's criticizing my wall walks and it's like, look at every single one is like that. I touch my nose. There's my dumper in your face. I touch my nose to the wall. I figured if I could touch my nose where's Hiller to mansplain? Yeah, where is he? I figure if I could touch my nose to the wall, I'm good to go. With your nose, it's definitely not 10 inches from the wall. Oh, here we go. Phil B. Coming down off the wall with no lines on the floor, each rep is different. If you think that matters at all, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate you telling me, Phil. I don't mean to hate the hater, but how much further could I come out than that? That's how tall I am. I don't give a fuck how long the lines are. You're saying if how far was that line supposed to be away? What if that line was like 6 feet away? I would have to crawl a foot more forward. Oh, 60-inch tape line to start. And then, yeah, you don't think I'm 5'5" and I lay down 10 inches from the wall every time. I clearly crossed the line. No, I didn't kind of do it. Well, yeah, I guess I kind of did. Both hands back on the 60-inch line, then feet come up. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's okay, fine. Okay, fine. I didn't do it. But mine are better then. I made it harder. So there, take that. My shit was tight. This is Golden video. This is Golden. This video is almost as good as Gee's I'm Out video. Thank you. Yeah, mine are definitely better. 60 inches equals 60 by 7s. Yeah, by 60 by 7s thing. Yeah. All right, I'm done. I'm feeling that I'm going to take what I can get from you guys now and move on. Okay. Dave Castro Weekend Review. You guys start making fun of my hat now. It's about that time. Give the obligatory Elmer Fudd comment. Okay. Oh my God. 28 minutes. Are you guys kidding me? Should we do 1.5 speed? What the fuck could this guy have to say? By the way, do you guys remember the preacher that came on the remember the Christmas show I did? There was a preacher who called in and we did the gospel together. He was in California and I just hung out with him for 2 hours. It was cool. I almost found Jesus. I was so freaking close. And I had to go the last minute. All right. Let's do it. You guys ready?
2025 week in review.
I'm lowering my mic so my voice isn't as loud.
Let's start with Albany. So last week I was in Albany for the open announcement. It was a really good trip. Actually toured around the venue, spent some time at the affiliate, spent some time with the athletes. That was a lot of fun. The athletes were great. Tyson and Travis were great. Tyson Bajent, Travis Bajent. Tyson, obviously he introduced the workout, and Travis, who's been around CrossFit for a very long time, he tossed it over to his son. And so Travis actually worked, Sevon introduced me to Travis in 2009 at the 2009 CrossFit Games, or prior to that. And he said, hey, you should have this guy come out and be involved. And so he came out, and he's a huge dude and a professional arm wrestler. And that year we had a deadlift ladder that the athletes were going to do. And a day before the actual event, or 2 days before, we had the deadlift ladder all laid out. And I called Travis out. I was young and full of confidence and strong at the time, but dumb for thinking I could beat Travis Bagent, who had no CrossFit experience in a deadlift ladder. He had no CrossFit experience, but he was twice my size and very strong. So we went through the deadlift ladder, and I forgot how far I got, but he got much further and beat me. And then he brought out his table. And
You don't want to find Jesus. He's not hiding. Oh, shut it, Judy. What's up, Steven? How are you? Oh, Judy, I got my baton. You know what's so funny, Judy? You sent me that track baton, and I thought I ordered it. It's so funny. And then later Haley told me she ordered it. But the first thing I did is I opened that thing and I started swinging it, like just right away, to see if, and yep, you could definitely fuck someone's head up. The way you dealt with the numbers on that bar made me truly understand how lost you get when Tyler breaks down. Shut it. Shut the okay, here we go.
And we did some arm wrestling stuff. He actually taught me how to arm wrestle. And so over the years, he called a number of events. He was an MC for a number of events. And
does it actually use the word believe in the Bible? Does it say that you have to believe? That you have to believe? Is that the word? Is that the word in the Bible, believe? Huge anus. I got banned from Reddit defending Taylor. Maybe it was the racial slurs. Does it actually say? It does say believe. I bet it doesn't. I bet you it doesn't. I bet you it doesn't translate to believe.
We stayed in contact, and his son, he was saying this a decade ago, that his son was going to be a great quarterback. And here we are. His son's a quarterback for the Chicago Bears, backup quarterback for the Chicago Bears. So really cool story. And he's been CrossFitting for most of his life, the child. So it's cool to see that someone with CrossFit has made it that far. And obviously, it's not just because of CrossFit; it's because of his skill and ability on the field. But that CrossFit can support that and help him out. It's a great story, and that we could highlight it in the open is also very cool. And then those after they announced that the athletes threw down.
It says the word believe is in the Bible 20 times. I just Googled it. Or derivative of. Yeah, so Travis was around in the early days, 2008, 2009. This is Tyson Bagent's dad, the quarterback for the Bears. And Travis would be at the CrossFit Games at the ranch, and he would set up an arm wrestling table, and he would get swarmed with hundreds of people. It was fucking nuts. You can see it in the old behind the scenes, I think. And it was cool. It was crazy. And Travis would just beat everyone. He's been around for a long time. And him and Dave have a really weird relationship. But it was cool. It's really cool that I was able to facilitate bringing Tyson Bagent out to 25.3.
And put on a great show. I was blown away by their results, by their times. And it was cool seeing Tyson just complete it in general. That part was very cool. While there, we also, again, toured the MVP arena. The athletes really liked it. They were blown away, which was super cool. That was neat to see. We threw some passes, threw the football around inside of MVP arena. And
2 people I told my open score to went back. I did my 25.3 today. 2 people I told my score to, who I beat, went and did it again and beat my score. I probably could finish that thing if I did it tomorrow. I got to say, the open announcements this year and the media around it was dope as fuck. Whatever changes they made to media work. Yeah, Jenna Haka, and they ditched just 2 world-class losers. They got rid of all the woke shit. They got, not all, but they got rid of a lot of the woke shit. 51% of the woke shit they got rid of. It's crazy. Jeremy Eats World, believers in the chat, the best thing you can do is shut the fuck up about it and let the Holy Spirit do their work. Oh, you shut it. I am the Holy Spirit. You won't be able to walk tomorrow. By the time I got to 30 deadlifts, they started feeling better. I think I started stringing them together. I did singles, and then I was like, oh, I used split grip, which I never used. And it seemed to be coming along.
And while there, I also just toured the town, spent some time just getting familiar with the location. So really good visit. I did hit up the workout the next day. So
I don't know if it was just because I did it so slow, but I never felt anything in the wall walks. Like I felt zero muscular fatigue in the wall walks. People were telling me the wall walks were hard and you'll feel it in your triceps. I felt zero. Everything I felt in that workout, the only thing that felt heavy to me was the deadlifts, and then everything else was just metabolic conditioning. I'm just so out of shape. I was just winded. Everything else was the cleans felt super easy and light. I was just exhausted. Wall walks were fucking easy. Rowing I did so slow, it was easy. I did those 2 snatches like it was like I was born doing snatches. Probably just because I did it all so slow. But I mean, I was wounded. I was like so tired. I have the biggest triceps. I felt nothing but winded as well. Yeah, I just felt winded. Other than it was like, I mean, way easier than a thruster or a burpee.
flew back the next day, Friday. Saturday, I hit up the workout and I did not do well. It's interesting because I think I felt good on the first 2 workouts. I didn't do great, but I felt confident. I felt like I did okay. On this one, there is no confidence. Like, this is what the Open's about. And this is exactly why I don't program the Open for myself. I program it for everyone and to expose people because it exposed me. And I've always had really poor shoulder overhead mobility and flexibility. So I'm not good. I don't have good overhead strength. I also don't have good handstand push-ups.
Why did you continue to deadlift the incorrect weight? The same reason, Judy, that when your husband puts it in the incorrect hole, sometimes he just keeps going. I was just too lazy to take it off. Can't believe I spoke to you like that, Judy. But it happens. Everyone can get some today.
And I also do not have good wall walks. So I did not get that far in the workout, and I'm pretty disappointed at how I did. I got 2 after the clean and jerks, and it's all because of how slow 2 wall walks after the clean and jerks or cleans. It's all because of how slow and difficult the wall walks are for me. I think if I would have gone any faster on the wall walks, I would have started failing. I thought this is probably the only one I'm not going to redo because I've thought about redoing it today, but my upper body, my traps, my shoulders, my tris are so sore. I don't think there's any. And
I think he did redo it. I told Dave my score and my wife my score, and they both said, "Did you use the RX weight?" Yeah, I think Dave did redo it.
And I don't think there's any way I can do that any faster because the only thing I could do faster is the wall walks. And every rep I was on the verge of missing or failing. So here we are. Kind of a disappointing end for my effort in the Open, but it is what it is. And it gives me fire to work on these things that you think after 20 years I would have worked on, but I have not. So I actually have. It's much better than it has been.
Wait, have you or have you not?
But so not the finish I wanted in the Open,
dude.
But now I have to save it and focus and start training for the Community Cup. Something interesting I want to share and talk about is the prize money. I was looking today at who was in 1st through 3rd on the leaderboard for the men and the women, and then it reminded me of our prize money. So I'm going to share my screen here, and let me share. This is a document I shared a few weeks ago on a call. I'll share it again, and so okay, we can see it here. Here's the individual prize. So here's where it's netted out. About 232,000 people signed up for the Open. That means for the Open, 116,000 went to individual prize money. And from the Open, about 464,000 went to affiliate prize money. So what's really cool at the end of this, we talked about this on the show a little, 13 affiliates. So a total of 92 for performance-based will win $2,500 gift cards, and another 92.
I just tuned out. I didn't hear a word he said. I didn't hear a word. Is anyone listening?
For participation-based will win $9,200 or $2,500.
Yeah, was he gonna? I don't see his screen. Yeah, was he gonna share something? I just totally tuned out. Someone catch me up. Where are we? What's he talking about? Prize money?
Gift cards for a total of 185 affiliates from this year's Open are going to get gift cards, which is super cool. Let's look at what that means for the individuals, their prize money.
Okay, okay. Now he's talking about individual prize money. Okay, now I'm back on track. Here we go.
Years past 25.1, we would have given $2,501, or was it 100? I don't remember, for the first Open announcement. This year, it's much higher because of the way we broke it out. And actually, for the overall winners, it's way higher. So I don't even think we had overall winners in the past. This year, the leaderboard as it stands now, Colton's in first, Dallon's in second, Kale Lehman's in third.
Who the fuck is Kale Lehman? I'm texting Dave. I'm like, dude, you didn't even share your screen. You didn't share the screen. And you did the workout twice. Romans 10:9. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, which I've done, and believe that God raised him from the dead, no, I don't believe that part. You shall be saved. Shit. Oh, that's Romans 10:9. The word believe is used. How about and trust that God raised him from the dead? How about trust? How about trust? How about trust? How about trust?
Feroza Sagafi is in first for the women. Danielle Brandon.
Wait, what did he say?
I don't even think we had overall winners in the past. This year, the leaderboard as it stands now, Colton's in first, Dallon's in second, Kale Lehman's in third. Feroza Sagafi is in first for the women. Danielle Brandon is second, and Kristen Holte is in third.
I need to see his face. Does he know he's doing that? Feroza Sagafi?
In the past. This year, the leaderboard as it stands now, Colton's in first, Dallon's in second, Kale Lehman's in third. Feroza Sagafi is in first for the women. Danielle Brandon is second, and Kristen Holte is in third. So these athletes.
Is it Kristen Holte?
Are all Colton's going to get 14,000 just for winning the Open, unless he has something disastrous happen on 25.3, which I don't think is the case. Dallon's going to get 8,700 for second. Kale's going to get 5,800 for third. Same thing here with this athlete. Danielle's going to get 8,700, and Kristen Holte is going to get 5,800. Now
she's a retired games athlete, and she got 5,800.
What's really cool when you look at someone like Colton, he is getting that 14,000 for winning. He won the first workout, so he's getting basically $5,000 for that. He won the second workout, so he's getting $5,000 for that. He took, let's say, second. Let's say hypothetically he gets second in this final workout. He will get $2,900 for that. So Colton from the Open is going to make $27,000 from the Open. And
holy shit, $25,000 for Colton. Fazori Fagafi is that's Fee Sagafi, the wonderful Fee that unfortunately signed the letter to get Dave fired, but Fee's a good girl.
Athletes as a whole, not these 6 on the screen here, but all of them who took second and third, etc. We're giving 116,000 away in the Open. So that's really cool.
That is cool. Colton made as much on the Open that you could win if you won every Kill Taylor.
Neat to look at. Hold on, let me stop sharing that.
You weren't sharing it, dude. You weren't fucking sharing it. He hit the share button. Jesus criminy. After you hit share screen, there's something down here below that you have to hit another button to actually make it pop up on the screen. How does this guy not know that?
There we go. And so
here we go.
For those guys, and obviously for Colton, who dominated, is pretty significant.
Listen,
let's jump into comments now.
Listen, I clearly did 25.3, and he clearly did not share the screen. Sevi, you seem edgy today. No, I'm just tired, so I'm just like faking some, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to muster up some energy. Quite peaceful, actually. I can turn it down a notch if you'd like. What do you mean not clearly? Go fuck yourself.
At Grey Ghost 07. Great choice for having Dallin, Jason, and James, Tyson too, for the live Open announcement. It's refreshing to see the hype and positivity they bring to CrossFit. They are so relatable too, because we all have those relationships at our gyms. Friends who love the competition and can trash talk without being offended. Well done, Dave. I hope we can see more of them as the season progresses. I think it's inevitable we're going to see more of them as the season progresses. I mean, those are the 3 dominant male athletes in the field, and they are the future of CrossFit, the competition scene, the future of the sport, especially when you look at Dallin and James, as young as they are, and their journey and what they've done.
Wait a second.
Exactly.
Did he just burn Hopper? Why not Hopper? Isn't Hopper just a kid too?
Division in X number of years ago, over a decade ago. I don't remember exactly when we decided to put the team division in, but early on when we did that, we were stating, and I said to people, hey,
I've never seen him feed his dog a snack during a week in review. Have you guys ever seen that? Anyone? A little Dave Castro week in review trivia. March 17th, 2025. Dog gets fed for the first time. Did Dave make you pay for your lunch on your birthday? No. My wife's like, hey, let's go out to dinner for your birthday. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is go out to dinner. And I was over the hill in Morgan Hill at a tennis tournament watching my kids. And then Dave called and goes, I want to take you and your family out for your birthday. He actually doesn't say your birthday. He never mentions my birthday or says happy birthday. He just called and said, I want to take you and your family out. So of course I invited my nephew because it was a free dinner.
The teen division is someday going to be the feeder for the individual, and we will see people do crossover. Not all of them do, but a good number do. And in the example of those two,
what do you mean someday? It's already here.
One, James at this point has crossed over and actually won the games, and Dallin has won multiple times at the team, and I think he will for sure win the CrossFit Games at some point in the near future. He's that dominant. He's that well-rounded. So seeing the evolution from the teen event into the individuals and see them progress like that, and it's happened on the women's side too, is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, I didn't order steak. We went to a pizza place, and the dinner I was supposed to meet him there at 6. I got there at 6:05. He had already ordered all the food for his family and my family, and I remember looking at my phone at 7-Eleven and the food hadn't shown up yet. And I'm thinking to myself, Dave actually got pretty squirrely with the waiter or waitress. I mean, not like rude, but because he's usually very calm, but he was like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah.
What's interesting about the teen,
He has a young daughter, and so my 3 boys were there, and they're like totally enamored with her. So that was good. If his daughter wasn't there, my boys would have been coming unhinged because it was just straight from a tennis tournament and they were starving.
division in general in the Open and in the history of the Open, it's not like incredibly well. There's not tens of thousands of teens that sign up for the Open. There's a few thousand, and as that grows in the future, I think we'll see more and more of the game's athletes having come from that base.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Great insight, dude. You're telling me that the kids division is going to funnel into the adult division. Thanks. Great. Thank you. Next time, cut that part out and save me 2 minutes.
At Keeping It Real CrossFit, can the Community Cup change your skill level on the app? If I'm a 7 and I beat everyone, can I become an 8, for instance? Hold on.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I don't think so. Hold on. I don't know what you're asking. Can the Community Cup change your skill level on the app? If I'm a 7 and I beat everyone, no. So at the Community Cup, you won't bounce up from there, but you'll win it. At Fergie Show.
Jesus criminy.
Oh, hey Dave, any chance you will quit using scale movements for 55 plus age groups? I understand using lighter weights in your younger age groups. The jumping pull-ups and scaled wall walks are not RX movements. We can handle the challenge of RX standards. We're going to look into that. I sent an email out to organize a call with the CrossFit Athlete Council age group section of it specifically to discuss some of this, but we will look into that. At Steven,
Wait.
Dave, any chance you will quit using scale movements for 55 plus age groups? I understand using lighter weights in your younger age groups. The jumping pull-ups and scaled wall walks are not RX movements. We can handle the challenge of RX standards.
55 uses jumping pull-ups. Is that true? Thank you, Adam. Good call. I have Katrin here to console me. All right. Thank you. I'm at peace. Scale. Oh, anyone who scales a douche anyway. Don't scale. Listen, just if you have to scale, just don't do it. Just stand there. Fuck scaling. You can't do it. If you can't do it, you can't do it.
We're going to look into that. I sent an email out.
But the weights need to be lighter for old people. It's fucking ridiculous how heavy everything is.
To organize a call with the CrossFit Athlete Council age group section of it specifically to discuss some of this, but we will look into that. At Stephen Dix 8042, 25.3, a better test for the masses, unreal times for the elite. It's such a shame they don't get paid as much as other sports, such as golf or football or soccer or even tennis. The effort they put in is phenomenal in comparison. A few more years, hopefully the sport will be there. They definitely deserve it. We need a big sponsor like Nike or Adidas to come into the sport and see it explode.
Stephen Dix, you are a moron. You are a fucking moron. They deserve it. You're out of your fucking mind. What do you mean they fucking deserve it? Yeah, everyone fucking deserves a fucking $1 million. I deserve to fucking own CrossFit. Kind of fucking common is that? How about just say this? Hey, I look forward to the day. I don't even want to hear your fucking solutions. I hope Nike sponsors it someday. Shut the fuck up with your solutions. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. How about this instead? How about, man, these athletes are amazing. I get so much from watching them. I wish them prosperity and wealth and happiness and health. Thank you so much for what you're doing. I'm going to continue to support this sport, and I can't wait to see it grow. No one wants to know your fucking goddamn. Thank you, Barry. No one wants to know your goddamn input on how to do it. Who the fuck are you?
Better test for the masses.
Thank you.
Better 25.3 better test for the masses. It's interesting. Someone mentioned to me that the 25.2 would have been better at the end because of the pull-ups and thrusters, and 25.3 would have been better in the second spot. There's a decent argument there, but I feel like we always end on thrust.
Do you know why he said that? The reason why people were thinking that 25.2 should be where 25.3 is because usually as you get further down in the open, there are some movements that people can't do. And the hardest movement to do this year was the bar muscle ups. And so maybe it should have been at the end. That was no one's like harshing Dave for it, but that was just like a suggestion. And this year, the final workout, everyone could still do it. Unless you're tarred and can't get upside down.
And pull-ups, and people always expect that. And it's not always, but often. So wanted to mix that up, wanted to mess with that flow, and decided to move basically the thrusters and pull-ups the second week, and then obviously pushing that event or that test to the third week.
What is the hardest CrossFit movement? Handstand walking. The open workouts were perfect, I think. Does anyone not think they were perfect? I thought they were perfect. I thought they were great. Anyone? Go ahead. Anyone think it's not perfect? What's the hardest movement?
In terms of they don't get paid as much as other sports such as golf, football, soccer, or even tennis. Yeah, and that's true. And that's just also the reality of the market and the reality of the economics of this, where the sport is.
Yeah, your mom doesn't get paid as much as Cardi B on OnlyFans. There's a reason for that. $9 million a month Cardi B's making on OnlyFans. Can you believe that shit?
In its current state. The other thing I want, meaning that's the money's just.
Hey, listen, everyone, OnlyFans is like fighting. The only reason why the main reason why 99% of the people don't fight is because they're afraid to lose. Everyone gets that, right? Everyone gets that. The only reason 99% of the people don't like just fucking get out of their car and step toe to toe with someone is they don't want to lose. It's not because they're good people or bad people or none of that shit, right? And the same thing is with OnlyFans. The reason why people not every fucking Tom, Dick, and Ho hasn't started an OnlyFans is because you don't want to go out there and put out a video of you fucking with balls resting on your chin with drool coming out of your mouth if you're only going to make $600. But if I told you were going to make $9 million a month, listen. You know you would let those balls rest on your chin. It's just the truth. I don't make the fucking rules. I just know stuff.
There. I mean, to think that they should get paid like football players or soccer players, and I assume when you say soccer, you're talking about European or even the MLS.
Fuck it. I think they should get paid like I would love to see. I wish Dallin was a billionaire. That would be awesome. What, do you hate them? You want them to get paid like only $55 million a year? I want them to make $1 billion a year.
Is pretty. You're not looking at the complete picture.
The UFC fighters don't even make jack, and they gotta train as hard as CrossFitters and then go in the ring and let someone try to turn their lights out.
You're not seeing, what the sponsorship, what the scene of sponsorships looks like currently, what the viewership is on some of this stuff, what the opportunities are, and the other piece that's very true in all of this. I'm going to read out the sports that you mentioned again: golf, football, soccer, or even tennis. Watch this. How long has golf been around? Golf has been around. It corrected it to gold, not gold. How long has golf been around?
That's because your phone don't
Golf
talk
has
Mexican.
been around since it originated in 15th century Scotland. Okay, that's a really good example, but a bad example because it's so old. So golf's been around for centuries. How long has football been around?
How much? What's the revenue of golf ball sales worldwide every year? I'm gonna ask that. That's a more relevant question. Dave doesn't even know how to fucking run his own show. What am I asking? What's the worldwide golf ball revenue? I think I looked this up before. $1 billion. Oh, that's just for the US. That's just for the US. The US golf ball market is $1 billion. The balls, guys, the balls. The balls. The balls. The balls. The balls.
Football has been around for, okay, the earliest forms, this isn't working. The earliest forms of football date back over 2,500 years. Let me ditch the search. So
I think he
golf's
was
been
talking
around
about
for
soccer.
hundreds of years. Football started early last century. Soccer has been around for hundreds of years. Tennis, same thing, hundreds of years. You're comparing us to sports that have been around for a very long time and have a massive foundation built underneath them. I suspect even 20 years into their growth and development that they were probably not even where we are. So I think people get greedy with what they want and what they expect from the sport, and want it now.
Greedy's a little harsh. They're not greedy. They're stupid. Tennis ball sales in the US are also $1 billion a year.
Out instead of being patient. The same thing happens in the development of an athlete for CrossFit. People want everything now instead of respecting the journey and being patient and taking the time it gets there. I think the money will eventually increase, but it's going to take time and patience and just a building up of the community and a building up of the affiliates and a build up of CrossFit as a methodology.
No, I'm sorry.
And I don't think so. We need a big sponsor like Nike or Adidas to come in to see the sport, to see the sport and see it explode. It's not that simple. There's a lot more factors than just a big sponsor coming in.
He's very patient with these dumb questions. 1.4 billion for tennis balls. More tennis balls sold every year than golf balls. I would have never thought that in terms of revenue.
I mean, we've had a big sponsor before. We had Reebok, and it helped, and it did infuse. It helped, but it helped everything grow. But it didn't take it to like the level of the NFL or some of these other professional sports. At K Gill, comment for next week's week in review. 25.3. How come you didn't reduce the calories on the rower for females and 55 plus athletes? We could have easily, obviously. We decided not to. The calories on the row, like they all still competed.
What the fuck was that question? I was looking up wiffle ball sales.
CrossFit as a methodology. And I don't think, so we need a big sponsor like Nike or Adidas to come in to see the sport, and see it explode. It's not that simple. There's a lot more factors than just a big sponsor coming in. I mean, we've had a big sponsor before. We had Reebok, and it helped, and it did infuse, it helped, but it helped everything grow, but it didn't.
You need one hoe to fuck the entire football team, but one sponsor is not going to make every athlete rich or take the sport to the next level or anything like that. And stop even referring to it as a sport. I'm fucking getting irritated.
Take it to like the level of the NFL or some of these other professional sports. At K Gill, comment for next week's week in review. 25.3. How come you didn't reduce the calories on the rower for females and 55 plus athletes? We could have easily, obviously.
Because they're taking a bite off of Kill Taylor. Fuck the girls. Clip it. Send it.
We decided not to.
Oh, because we believe in women. Women are our equals.
The calories on the row, like they all still competed against each other. The women competed against the women. I think if we wanted to lower the calories for the women to try to time domain match the finishes to the men, I mean, you could have, but we chose not to. Still, it's its own competition of they're all measured against each other. So I think it's fine the way it played out.
He didn't answer the question.
At Bernie Perez, hey Dave, I'd love to hear your thoughts on tech and sports. Have you considered using AI to help verify range of motion for reps or no reps? It could be a game changer.
Hi, I left the work phone. I needed to take the podcast phone. I needed to take the podcast phone into the garage when I did my workout. It's now sitting on the kitchen counter. Could you bring it in here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
changer for reviewing open video submissions and even for live events. Not trying to plug my app. Okay, so you have an app, but if anyone's interested in proof of concept, I'm happy to share the link. All right, email it to me, dave@crossfit.com. I'll check it out. Yeah, I think tech in sports is great. I think if there's anything that can improve the experience for the athletes, it's something worth looking at. I definitely think we should consider things like that if they are viable and going to actually do the job we need them to do. At Ryder,
We have a new greatest comment in the history of the Sevon podcast. My wife from the corner of the room. That's where Kenneth makes her stand during the show. He puts a little tape X mark and makes his wife stand in the corner when I'm on. And she said, "I'd like to see Sevon go through childbirth." Yeah, fair enough. That's a great comment.
Champollion. TDC, you're drinking too much EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. In 10 plus years, 25.2's clues has been the only clue that ever clearly made sense. The entire CrossFit community would love to see a compilation of your historical clues and how you think those clues make any sense whatsoever. No way, no.
That's a great comment. Dave's clues have never fucking made sense. The bear one made sense. And the 25 or whatever, 23 or whatever, that 2332 or whatever, that other than that, the clues have been utterly retarded. I agree with that comment. Finally, a good comment. That's good. UFC pays their slap fighting athletes $45K per fight. I don't think that's true. You think is that true, Mel? UFC slap fighting pays their athletes $45K per fight? You're telling me that when we see those two guys stand there and slap the shit out of each other, they make 90 grand between the two of them? Because the dudes on the undercard don't make that much. Oh, according to Google. All right, solid. That's a solid bit of info. Thank you. All right.
How any sanity comes from your clues. That's not true. There's so much information in every one of those clues to what the actual event that week will be that sometimes I actually think I should not post this because it's too obvious on what the clue is.
Oh, you're fucked.
And in terms of drinking too much extra virgin olive oil, I consume a lot of extra virgin olive oil because I have an small little olive oil company now. For those of you who don't know, I sell olive oil, tdcmercantile.com. Thanks.
I eat that shit every night. I don't know how you don't eat it. I'm telling you. Arugula. Listen, everyone listen very carefully and do this. Everyone do this and then tell me if this isn't the greatest. You get a fucking clamshell of arugula. I don't like arugula. Doesn't matter. You're not even going to taste it. Clamshell of arugula. 3 to 5 heaping tablespoons of yogurt, preferably made by your wife. Chopped garlic. Throw it in there. TDC olive oil, preferably the chili. A little bit of salt. Circle it all around. The whole clamshell. It is so good. Then just kick your feet up in front of the TV, put on some fucking Jesse Waters primetime and eat that salad. The Sevon salad. Thank you. It's kind of hard to toss that salad, though, because the yogurt, I've actually refined it. I actually mix the yogurt and the olive oil separately now so that when I pour it into the arugula,
So let me plug this.
Spreads easier.
It's right there on this StreamYard link. And you can buy extra virgin olive oil, also known as EVOO, locally grown, locally sourced. When I say locally, 30 minutes from here. I package it, I sell it, I ship it with the family. We also have garlic flavored olive oil, and we also have lemon infused olive oil. So opportunity to plug the olive oil. And here's what's cool about olive oil. It's just such a pure thing, and it's such a healthy fat that is it's not a gimmick. It's been around for millennia and will continue to be around for centuries after all of us exist.
Hey, Jeff, I threw that up as an alley-oop for you, just so you know. I threw that up as an alley-oop. Thank you for sending that one home.
And it's organic, so try it out. At RexZ_9, hear me out, 2 opens per year. So we did that 1 year. And basically in 2018, when Greg upended all the structure and all the format, 2018 was our high mark. We had 418,000 people register. I think it was later in that year, he decided to do another open. And the second open, it dropped. That was the first. So every year in the open, up until that point, we had massive growth. And then at that point, the number went down. And then the next year,
the 2 opens tanked the open.
The open that was actually in the next year, its number went down too. And so back then too, the open was 5 weeks. So 2 opens in 1 year at 5 weeks. Think about that. Basically, 1/5 of your year is competing in the Open or doing something with the Open.
Listen, you want to do multiple Opens? Sign up for the Big W. Become a Big W affiliate. They're going to do 4 competitions a year or something, according to that lady. The Couture podcast had that lady from the WTF affiliate program on there. They're going to do 4 Opens a year. Big W, sign up. 4 Opens a year.
I think 2 Opens is too much. 2 events or multiple online events, I don't think is too much. I think we should have online competitions every week. Not every week, I'm sorry, every month. I think we should have small online competitions. I think we should have large online competitions. Bill does them on a month. Rogue does them on a monthly basis. We should be doing something like that. We should have the team series again.
You guys should sponsor fucking Kill Taylor, you fucking ding dong, so we can push the level 1. $100,000, it's yours. $1,000 a week for a year. Tell someone over there who has half a fucking ball sack at HQ to sponsor it. I don't even need a full. I don't even a quarter of a ball sack. Only needs half of that. What is that? Half a testicle? Half.
Have the liftoff. I think there's a lot to be developing in this world, in the online world, but for various reasons, we have not been able to do all of those. But I think there's a lot more opportunity, and they're all not going to be like the Open, meaning they're all not going to have several 100,000 people sign up, and that's also okay.
Hey, I mean this with all humility. I don't even know what that means. I mean this with no humility. Every single person, Dave Castro, Don Fall, the Rogue people, your mom, fucking Sugar Wad, fucking Born Primitive, fucking what's the app that everyone's like been around since the dawn of time that everyone puts their scores into? Coming on the whiteboard. All those people know that the greatest fucking idea right now in CrossFit is Kill Taylor, but all of them are too big a cowards to sponsor it. That's all that it is. They're just fucking cowards. The same. They don't know that they're cowards. They have like another story. It's the same reason why people don't fight, because they don't want to lose. It's the same reason why people don't do OnlyFans, because they're afraid that someone's going to see them sucking cock and only making $100 a week. But if you told them in advance they'd make $9 million a month, they'd do it. It's the exact same thing. Everyone wants to do it, but they're just cowards, and so they've spun up some story that it's like too controversial or bad for the brand, or it won't push their shit, or they don't need it. It's all bullshit. It's the greatest thing in the space by far, competition wise. Crushes. It's the coolest. It's the funnest. It's the most equal. It's the most fun. Has the highest rate of pathologies, laughter, equality, all that shit. But they made up some sort of story why they can't get behind it. I mean, it's fine. I don't give 2 fucks.
At Stronger Everyday 714. Hey Dave, I've enjoyed the Open so far, and this will be the first time I've done all 3.
Josh, if you're saying that I'm fucking delusional, you're watching a fucking 52-year-old man review a video of another fucking man that he already fucking put up fucking 4 hours ago. You'll fucking watch anything. Kill Taylor's 10,000 times better than this fucking podunk show. Some guy in front of a fucking giant blue dildo. Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad. Strike that from the record. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Josh. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God damn it. I'm on edge today. Sorry. Okay, I take it back. Please accept my apology and forgive me. Okay. Chill, Sevy. Okay. All right. My bad. That was totally unnecessary. That was totally not as unnecessary as what I said about Judy and taking it in the dumper, but still unnecessary. Okay, let's get back. I'm gonna stay focused. Here we go.
Workouts RX, 3rd year in. Now I'm excited for the Community Cup. I want to stay involved, and competition motivates me. Was it announced where that money will be going? Any more money to the Games Prize Purse, Adaptive Masters affiliates? Just wondering. I'll be signing up regardless. Thanks for all you do. I just went over the money for the Open, for the Community Cup.
Colt won $25,000. If you love Colton, tell me in the chat. Let's just see it. Let's just see a whole row of I love Coltons. How crazy is it? You gotta love Colton and Jason Hopper and Dallin and James Sprager. You got so many fucking people to love.
That money isn't going to prizes like this one is. That's just kind of helping facilitate and put on all the other things and the games essentially and everything else we do.
Dave said 24K. Actually, Clock. Actually. Did he say 24K? Or did he say 27K? I think he said 27 and I rounded it down to 25. That was my recollection. Dave said 27. Yes. There you go. Yep. And I rounded it down. And do you know why the reason I rounded it down? Because he made the assumption that Colton was gonna do certain goodness on 25.3 or something. And I was like, you know what? Let's humble it up a little bit. plus the 1500 Saturday. Yes. All right. Mike, what's up, dude? Good to see you, dude. Can you believe how much rain we're getting in California, Mike? It's awesome, isn't it?
So, final piece of this call, or not call, but this weekend review. A couple months ago, late last year, Sevon hit me up and he said, hey, man, there's this trainer who Taylor Self is working with, and he's really good. And like Taylor Self is a level 3 trainer, full-time coach at CrossFit Charlotte, and he also sells his own programming. Decided he wanted to take the level 4, and so signed up for the CrossFit Mentor program and started working with one of our mentors. He was blown away by the mentor. He said that mentor taught him so much stuff and made him feel like a brand new trainer. And the breakdown of Taylor and the amount he was able to give him feedback on and make him a better trainer really impressed Taylor. And so Sevon said, hey, we want to highlight this trainer and we want to do a piece on this trainer. And I said, yeah, absolutely. And he's like, do you think you guys would be cool with that? I'm like, yeah, I think so. And so then a week later or so, this was late November, that trainer emailed me and he said, hey, Dave, and I haven't talked to him in a really long time, but not a really long time, but maybe a couple of years, but he's been on our seminar staff for over a decade. And he is someone I worked with at our events a number of occasions. And he emailed saying, Taylor and Sevon, or maybe just he said Taylor would like to do a piece, interview me and talk about the mentorship thing and mentorship program and coaching. Is that okay? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And I told him, I said, hey, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that you have made such an impact on them. And they're so impressed with you and that that they really want to highlight what you're doing. And they ended up doing the piece. I heard the piece is really good. You can probably Google it and find it. And then
it's 3 videos. It's 3 or 4 videos, which is crazy because Sentinel Training is crazy successful. Taylor is cocksure confident in his programming and his care that he gives all his athletes. And when he worked with this guy, McCoy, he called me. He's like, holy fuck, this guy just ass pounded me. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I loved every second of it. He said it was wonderful. And then this is all played out. And Taylor's like, hey, dude, I want to do a show where I show me teaching a class and this guy fucking tears it up. I'm like, let's do it. Yolana, those videos were great. Yeah, the YouTube comments on those videos are off the hook.
Last week, so it was Saturday morning, and Joe from my team reaches out and says, hey, he tried calling, but I was at a coffee shop with some people, so I didn't answer. And he said, hey, really tragic news. And so I call him back and he said, hey, McCoy Turner has died by suicide. And I was like, what? And so McCoy Turner was this individual who Taylor worked with, who then emailed and asked to.
You know what's kind of crazy about this? So McCoy's a father of 2, and Taylor lost his dad, so it really fucking rocked Taylor because Taylor knows what it's like to be a kid who lost his dad. But you know what? I didn't even think about this. Dave knows a lot of people who've committed suicide. And I didn't even think about asking Dave how that affected him.
Do the piece, and he was one of the trainers who was on our seminar staff. And a couple weeks ago, he took his own life in his gym. I'm actually going to pull up something else on the screen. Hold on.
You don't know how to pull anything up on the screen, you fucking ding dong.
So this is the Just Giving page that was
that
they started
God,
to
you're fucking killing me. just giving what was his name? Turner McCoy or McCoy Turner? McCoy Turner. I know another McCoy, and it's his last name. Crowdfunding, celebration of life. Turner McCoy. McCoy topsy turvy. Okay, I found it. Jesus Christ. Here we go. I put this guy has two. I just want to show you this real quick. This is what Dave's talking about. Thanks, Dave, for pulling it up. I'm raising 42,000 some denomination pounds or euros to fund the celebration of life for McCoy Topsy. Oh wow, I didn't know this. He had deployments of tour in Afghanistan. Oh, he's a mill guy. Damn, I didn't know that. We hope that his friends, military ops, OPOS, and global CrossFit communities will reach out and support one of the very best men I've had the pleasure to know. By now, supporting his children is our aim to raise funds that will go to assist his two sons, Brody and Tommy, 13 and 17, as they navigate the next extremely difficult chapter of their lives without their father. Oh, man. Oh, James Spray gave $200. Jeez Louise. All right. Back to Dave.
To support his two children. I'm going to read this. So CrossFit Choice, Paul Ornston and Carl Thorpe. I've been talking to Carl through the past few days. They started this page. There's a picture of McCoy. He was, I'll just read this first. I'm raising 42,000 pounds to fund the celebration of McCoy Topsy Turner, who sadly passed on 8/3/25. All funds will go direct to his sons. McCoy Turner grew up in Loisemouth, Scotland, and joined the British Royal Navy in 2000, where he served for 17 years as a physical training instructor, specializing as exercise rehabilitation instructor, serving on several deployments, including a tour of Afghanistan as part of Op Herrick 14. After being medically discharged in 2017, McCoy relocated to Bali in Indonesia, where he continued to work for Seminar Staff as a red shirt, where he went on to achieve the status of Level 4 coach, Flow Master, and CrossFit coaching mentor, delivering 256 CrossFit Level 1 and Level 2 coaching seminars across Europe and Asia. After a long and often silent battle with complex PTSD, it is with deepest sorrow that we must inform you of his passing on Saturday, the 8th March 2025, where he took the decision to end his own life. We hope that his friends, military Oppos, and the global CrossFit communities will reach out and support one of the very best men I've had the pleasure to know. By now, supporting his children, it is our aim to raise funds that will go to assist his two sons, Brody and Tommy, 13, as they navigate the next extremely difficult chapter of their lives without their father. So if you can, please go to this link. I'll put it in the bio here on this page and donate. It was one of those things when I first heard, and then when I talked to other people on the team about it, those of us who all knew him, we all knew he struggled, and we all thought he was doing so much better. And then we all think, damn, what could we have done? How could we have helped? And it's just in talking to I've talked to a lot of friends and a lot of people about this, and talking to someone else, they actually said, hey, and the sad part is this probably isn't going to go away anytime soon, in regards to other people we know and other people who've served, or even who are in other lines of work, or even have experienced other tragedies, are affected in ways that sometimes it's hard to relate or understand what they're going through. So this is honestly just like another reminder of if you have friends, or if you have anyone who you think might need help or might need more support, offer it up, be a voice, be someone they can talk to, be someone they can listen to, because the struggle for people, for individuals, is real, and any support we can give at any time can make a difference. And I'll close with this. I talked to Sarah Wilkins in the morning this happened, and I said, I told her what happened, and one of her pieces of advice was, hey, whatever you guys do, you have to talk about it. You have to talk about the fact that it was.
I think Sarah Wilkinson's the wife of Chad, the workout Chad that Dave made, the 1,000 step ups. I think Dave made that workout for him and to honor him. And she gave some talk that was really moving at the games. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, she I think she raises a lot of money for suicide prevention, but she lost her husband. So that Dave's referencing her. And I guess she told Dave, "Hey Dave, you need to talk about it."
with suicide, because if you don't, it doesn't bring awareness to the real problem that it is. And so, and then when we messaged it out originally, we did not mention suicide, and I actually was kind of torn by that because of the conflict, what Sarah was recommending, and then what we were doing in the initial stages. It did make sense in the initial stages, just to make sure everybody understood. I'm sorry, just to make sure like the rest of the family and everyone knew prior to us saying anything. But it's a real problem, and we do need to talk about it, and we need to put effort into raising awareness around this, and then helping those.
Oh man, I haven't seen this side of Dave. This hit close. This hit close to home. Can you imagine? Like, you just want to do a weekend review, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do the last 8 minutes on one of my colleagues that killed himself.
Who need help. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. I will talk to you guys next week. As always, post comments to push your thoughts in the comment section.
Damn, his life. Damn, he always got shit going on. Look at Dave's eyes. You can see the pain. Yeah, that something did happen there. All right.
All right. Out.
All right. Out. Andrew Hiller out. Thanks for doing all those screen shares. That's funny. He's usually so proud of those screen shares. Okay, let's see the comments. Let's see. Dave, this is my 12th official open. I seriously doubt those bitching about 55. Any chance the team will release the level? I injured myself 2 weeks before the open, but was able to submit scores that put me at level 5. Oh, me too. I plan on doing Community Cup, but I am a dirt bag for competing in that level. Oh. That's pretty funny. This dude, that's a good post. I like that. Thumbs up. With the Community Cup being linked to only those who finished all 3 workouts, will we get updated leaderboard and percentile? Okay. Question on, here's keeping it real again. Question on the wall walks. 99% of the reps I've seen when slowed down have one hand moving early before both feet hit the wall. It's hard to judge with the naked eye. 99% of the reps I've seen when slowed down have one hand moving early before both feet hit the wall. You needed both feet on the wall before your hands started moving? That doesn't even make sense. How would you get both feet on the wall if you didn't move your hands? Oh, that's why they had that line. You had to be scrunched up. Oh, maybe now I'm starting to get it. Fuck. So you had to be, that's why the line was 5 feet away. They assume most people are over 5 feet tall. I know. I don't really care, but I'm trying. Good point, Fake Sevon. Who cares about the standards? I know, but I'm just trying to understand this real quick. That's a solid point. So then you had to put both feet on and then start. I wonder why they did that. Who cares? Everyone cheated anyway. Okay, fine. Fuck the line. Yeah, all right. Oh, standards. I mean, there must be a reason for it, unless it's. I don't fucking know. I'm happy with. I'm so proud of myself. I like the blue mic. Hiller did you dirty by putting hobbled root in the video. In reference, it's such a shame they don't get paid as much as other sports. If fans and athletes and their supporters want them to be celebrities to make a lot of money, then the community of CrossFitters globally must grow. Hey, and how about you know what's so crazy? Just think about the big W. That lady is putting in so much money, and Will Morad's putting in so much effort, and so Saxon Panchek and all those people, right? They're putting in all that effort. But at the end of the day, they're going to get exactly what CrossFit got, which is it's the example is when you go out with someone and they treat a waiter like shit, or they treat the help like shit, or they treat the room service like shit, or they hit one of the service people, and like you're like, oh, sooner or later that I'm gonna see that side of that person. It's in that person to be a douche, and you see it eventually. You see it. They treat you like a douche, like you just know. Like, can you imagine how is every think of how vulnerable Sprague made him and his dad at the Open. If every athlete just gave half of that, geez Louise. There's no one to blame. There's no one to blame except the athletes for the lack of growth and pay. Not all of them, some of them. I missed 2 wall walks to get back on the rower again, despite 25.3 was a banger. Good programming. This guy is such a douche. I just want to tell this guy to shut the fuck up. UFC should buy CrossFit. Dave, we will never see split jerks. We could never rest in peace, McCoy. Love your candor and transparency. The Masters wall walk was honestly a bit harder, I thought, even though it was scaled. Had a decent showing over. Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Hiller did the JR wall walks after too. Yeah, you could do. You should have to start inverted. That'd be interesting. Did JR? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. Did JR get drug tested? All right. Seems like the border's getting sealed up pretty good. Right? Seems like it. Everything's good at the border. Yep, everything looks good at the border. Just check. You know how they have surf cams? I was checking my border cam. All right, great show. Thank you. It was fun. Thank you, Dave. Go get your TDC Mercantile. Go to your crowd justgiving.com. Justgiving. I'll put the link there for Mr. McCoy, his family, his sons. Tomorrow morning, you guys know who's on the show? This dude's on the show tomorrow. It's going to be wild. Oh, he's wearing a fucked on lemon shirt. That is so awesome. This dude will be on the show tomorrow. News updates for real. Available on Amazon podcast on YouTube. Author Confessions of Middle-Aged White Man. This is a great account. It's not for all of you, but yeah, nope, not Bugs Bunny. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. 7 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, that's in 11 and a half hours. Bye-bye.